Do you suffer from allergens such as dust or pollen? Do you ever feel like it's a bit stuffy in your house? Maybe the energy of your space just feels a bit off. Lucky for you, there's a quick, easy, inexpensive, and holistic way for you to clear the energy of your space and clean the air. If you're interested in knowing what I'm talking about and how you can do it in your home, then keep watching. What's up guys, Savannah here from Blissful Bohemian Holistic Health for the Modern Day Hippie. If you're new here, welcome. For those of you that don't know, I am a degreed chemical engineer, AFA certified personal trainer, and your holistic health guru. If you're not already subscribed to my blog, you can do so in the description below. I think I've written an article on almost everything I could ever want to talk about by now. Of course, everything is backed by science, just like this video. No hippie nonsense, nothing that's like ooh. We're talking about hippie stuff, but we're never gonna say something that's not related directly to scientific fact. If you're wondering why there's a bunch of smoke blowing in front of the camera, it's because today we're talking about smudging. Before we get into this, let me mention that smudging is safe for children and pets alike, unlike some essential oil diffusers. You may not like the smell of sage, which is what we're gonna be burning to smudge, so a good alternative is Palo Santo. I've linked this awesome little holy wood down below in the description. Go check it out. Or if you like sage, which I do, I find it to be more traditional choice. I've also linked this down below. They do the same thing, they're just one's herbal and one is a wood. Smudging is the action of burning sage or Palo Santo to clear an area. Smudging has been practiced by indigenous peoples for like 2,000 years. Comment below if you smudge in your home. I want to know how you do it, and is it more of a casual thing or is it kind of like ritualistic for you? Today we're talking about the health benefits of smudging. Number 1 is cleaner air. Cleaner air in your house means less stress on the lungs. Poor air quality can cause asthma, respiratory infections, fatigue, headaches, dizziness, the list goes on and on. In addition to bacteria, smudging can help clear the air of pollen, pet dander, dust, mold spores, and other potential allergens to improve allergy symptoms. Smudging with either sage or Palo Santo is a holistic, cheaper alternative than buying an air purifier. Those can run you a couple $100s, and they do pretty much the same thing as this bad boy here, and this one cost me like $4. Number 2 on the health benefit list of smudging is negative ions. Negative ions are basically the key to happiness, which makes sense because sage is known as nature's antidepressant. Dr. Clarence Hansel, a researcher engineer who delved into the biological effects of negative ions in the air in the 1930s after noticing that the mood of one of his colleagues changed in response to ions being generated by their equipment, discovered that his colleague was more joyful when the machine produced negative ions and more sullen when it produced positive ions. A little known fact is that the air conditioner in your house is constantly churning out positive ions, which can make you sad. If you want to read about exactly how negative ions work, click the link in the description. It says the negatives that make you positive, and it's a blog post by yours truly on blissfulbohemian.com. It's going to tell you everything you need to know about negative ions, how they work, where they come from, etc. The blog post is of course rooted from scientific journals that I picked through myself. Negative ions are odorless, tasteless, invisible molecules that we inhale in abundance in nature, especially around water. The environment that we live in today has more positive ions than negatives. Positive ions also being called free radicals. Maybe you've heard of them. Free radicals create an electrical imbalance in the air and in our bodies, so it's obvious that we want them pack up and leave. Negative ions, yay, bond to positive ions, boo, and neutralize. So your air in your house, which then affects your body, is becoming more neutral. That's why burning sage and smudging is sometimes called clearing. And the third health benefit to burning sage or smudging is clearing negative energy. Smudging smoke helps to change the molecular structure of the air, but some might say and feel that it also changes the structure of the energy. As the sense of smell is strongly linked to memory and instinct, smudging is very effective for combating feelings of anger, fear, anxiety, grief, or even depression. For me personally, when I burn sage, it means it is time to meditate. Aromatherapy and negative ion dispersion. Smudging can be as lighthearted or as ritualistic as you want it to be. Just like with yoga, just like with meditation, it's what you want your practice to be. So I'm in my house, I got my sage, it's going. This is what it looks like. And it gets those like embers on the end, and that's how you know that it is a rolling, I was gonna say boil. That's how you know it's a rolling burn. Why can't I think of that word? I kind of just walk around my house with my stick, but some people like to put it like in a small bowl, like a porcelain bowl that you could get from your kitchen. So I kind of think of like the sentimental value of everything as I walk around and like put the smoke over it. So for me, smudging, not only is it cleaning and clearing the air and the space in my house, but it's also like mentally making me realize all the things that I have, which then invokes some gratitude. Over here is my like cat's little area. This is where she sleeps, and this is her little plushie and her painting. So I'll like run the smoke over this area and like wish protection and good health for her. So that's pretty much how I smudge, and I do that like all throughout the house. Give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and hit the subscribe button if you want to learn more about holistic health and lifestyle. I've linked my social media in the description below. Let's follow each other and be friends. Until we meet again, bye!